Welcome to Green Hills, the epicenter of style in Nashville. Now, a lot has changed in Nashville over the past 20 years, but one boutique has stood the test of time. The Perfect Pair is owned by Whitney Daniel, who happens to be the daughter of country music star Ronnie Dunn. And she's going to tell us all about how style in Nashville has evolved while remaining true to our Nashville roots. For the American Dream TV, I'm your host, Lacey Newman. So Whitney, the Perfect Pair has been a Green Hills staple for almost 2 decades, and the neighborhood has changed, but I've always thought of the Perfect Pair as being very authentically Nashville. How you've created your own Nashville style.
I think it all started just from a need in Nashville where we had super high end, but we didn't have this like middle of the road, super accessible fashion. And from traveling a ton, I just realized that there was this void here. It really just came out of like fulfilling a void in the town, but also scratching a mild addiction to shoes and accessories.
Totally.
Yeah.
Well, and I think that people have a perception of what Nashville style is like. And they think we're all cowboy hats and rhinestones. And I mean, there's always a place for that. But the real Nashville vibe is very much inspired by country music, but also way more low key than that. How would you describe it?
Yeah, I think as Nashvillians, we're pretty authentic about how we dress. I think Nashville, compared to other big southern cities, is much more artistic and creative. And yeah, we do have our cowboy boots, but those have been the boots that have been sitting in our closet for 20 years. We pull them out to wear them with our everyday clothing as opposed to wear them on Broadway.
Where do you see retail in Nashville going? There have been all these new stores that have popped up, but yours has stood the test of time. Why do you think that is?
We've had to evolve a little bit. We added a bunch of clothing, but I think it's a true testament to our community in Green Hills. I mean, they are supportive, they are loyal, and they become family at the end of the day. After 2 decades of knowing them, I now have their daughters who were little when we first started coming in and shopping. So it's been fun to watch it all grow. It is about the community. It is a relationship business.
Well, thank you so much for having me in. I am so happy to just get to hear and share a little bit more about the Perfect Pair and how you have really influenced the style here in Green Hills.
I appreciate it, Lacey.
Now, follow me as I introduce you to Jamie Miller, co-owner of Millworks, who is breaking ground in the new home design space. Millworks homes, to me, are always very forward-thinking in terms of the Nashville real estate market. So tell me about your thought process of how you're bringing contemporary homes and contemporary design into an already established, fairly traditional kind of area.
We're doing like the flat roofs, of course, and like the straight lines for the exteriors, but the interiors are a lot more comfortable. Like wall colors that we do are not white. Normal buyers here in Nashville that are used to traditional homes can't really handle that too sterile of an environment. So we do these creamy walls, lighter floors, but darker wood elements. Also still with the straight lines and very clean feeling.
What are you thinking about in terms of how to create something that's going to give that finished product that's what buyers are really wanting in Nashville?
So my husband does the beginning stages. He's the one that draws up all our plans. We build every house as if we're moving into it. We start out function forward. You can retrofit and make something beautiful, but you can't really retrofit function. So we start out all of the plans, making sure that it's going to function with the land that we're sitting on is one major thing. You can't just take a floor plan and set it anywhere. It has to also work with the topography of the land, the layout, everything. And then we started braiding in like the design elements.
Thank you so much for showing us this beautiful house today, and I love everything you're doing, so thanks so much. Thanks for joining me on another episode of The American Dream Selling Nashville. Until next time, I'm your host, Lacey Newman.